In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your outer door handle. The process for the driver's side and the passenger side are the same, and to do that we actually have to go from the inside and unbolt it. So let's get the door panel off and replace the door handle. To get this door panel off, I'm going to start right up in the corner here, remove this black trim piece, grab it from the top, just pull straight out. Underneath the grab handle, you'll notice a little cap. Go ahead and pry this open, and then that will expose two 7mm screws. Remove both. At the bottom of the door, there will be two more. This truck has manual windows, so it has the crank lever here that we have to remove. It has a cover on it that we have to pop off. Once you pop this cover off, push it to the side like this, and then use a T20 Driver. A socket and ratchet might not fit there just because this hole is too narrow, and unscrew the T20 screw that holds this onto the window regulator. And with that unscrewed, you can pull the handle right off. Now, if you have power windows, you're most likely going to have some switches up here that will have to be unplugged. With all of this removed, we can grab the door panel, lift it straight up, and since we have no other wiring, you can pull it right off. And with the vapor barrier out of the way, you can see one of the two mounting nuts for the outer door handle. That is the lower one. The top one we'll get in a second. To get this one, I'm just going to use an 11mm wrench, break it free. The reason I'm using a wrench is because the window track is actually directly in front of it, and unless you move it out of the way, you can't get a socket in there, but it's not worth it since this nut comes off very easily by hand. There it is. To get to the top one, we have to remove this rubber plug on the outside of the door, and you can slide in an 11mm socket with an extension. You can see the mounting nut right behind it. Grab a magnet and fish it out. There's also this green tab here, which I'm going to get with a pick, hook onto the back side of it, and pry it open. This will allow the outer door handle rod to pop out. There we go. Now from the outside of the door handle, you can pull it straight out. There we go. You'll notice that the lock rod, that one down there, is still connected. We can leave it connected actually, and all we have to do is remove this clip that holds the lock assembly in place. Push it through. There's your door handle. The new door handle comes with the spring clip already installed. So all we have to do is put it down and into the door, and then line up the locking mechanism with the handle. Line up the lock with the handle. Press it in until it clicks. Okay, there you go. This rod popped off for me as I was moving it around, so I'm just going to go ahead and reattach it. And now, line up the two mounting bolts, or studs. Now let's bolt the door handle back up, slide in your mounting nuts. Make sure it's nice and snug. And the lower one. Make sure it's nice and snug. Go ahead and mount this rod back in. Don't forget about the rubber plug. Now put the vapor barrier back. If yours doesn't stick back on at all, you're going to want to use some tape and just try to hold it up the best you can, because this actually blocks any moisture or debris from getting inside of your door panel and therefore inside the cab. So you want that nice and sealed up the best you can. Now grab the door panel, slide it down from the top, make sure the lock indicator goes through, line it up with all of the hooks in the door. Okay, slide it down. Let's put the window crank handle back. Make sure you put this plastic washer in between. Resecure it. Make it nice and tight. Put the cap back on. Put back the trim piece in the corner here. and the 2 screws underneath the grab handle. Cover them up. Finally, the 2 at the bottom. And there you have it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.